The USGA Championships from Pebble Beach Golf Links. It's the 118th United States Amateur Championship.
This at the first hole. Hovland has played this first hole great, Paul Azinger, and this a beauty.
It is a beauty, and you know these fellows are nervous after yesterday's victories.
The hole that he has dominated this week, and somehow not just finds the ball, but can play it.
You know, that ice plant is so unpredictable. I hit a shot off the cliff one time at Cypress Point out of that ice plant, and the ball went backwards right into the ocean. What a shot. That's going to be the shot of the year. Well, when it's going your way. For Devon BLING, it's got to be like, man, when it rains, it pours.
Chance to go 4 up.
These guys seem to have had great control out of this first cut of rough all week long. Oh, what a good shot. And you know, Ken Brown just pretty much explained it all to us. If that goes a little bit further up the green, he's got that treacherous downhiller. Watch out for this guy. Holy mackerel. 5 up through 11 holes. When I was 18, I couldn't get out of a bunker. And he makes it look like he's just falling off a log. Where's a log I can fall off of for a challenge? Oh my goodness. That's cold-hearted right there. That's as cold-hearted as Tiger Woods.
Relentless.
When he got you down, he stomped on your head. Oh.
Swing 4, Hovland.
Very important for BLING to put this ball on the green. That's a beautiful shot, taking dead aim. BLING continues to hit good shots when he needs them the most. Now this to have the hole. What a big par that was after driving it into hazard. Devon BLING completely let him off the hook there.
And then they go back to work. And here he is, 19th hole. The first hole here at Pebble Beach, out of the bunker. He's been a magician out of the sand.
Oh, he aims right on all his shots. He looks like he's going to hold it. Like beautifully done. Boy, isn't that a nice touch? God, his head coach came in. Derek Freeman. Get it there. Did he get it there? That might be it. I like what you said, Curtis. He just kind of got to pluck away.
From right at 50 yards to the flagstick.
That's no good. That's getting better. It's getting a lot better.
Pretty good.
It's actually very good.
Pretty good first bounce.
How do you do? Beautiful shot. He's got a chance. He's got a real good chance.
It just changed.
Oh, what a putt. This guy, he's got ice water flowing through his veins at the moment. He's got a chance.
Oh, slides by, and with that, Viktor Hovland is the U.S. Amateur Champion. And there's that smile as he becomes the first from Norway to hoist the Havemeyer Trophy.
Joined by the runner-up in the 118th playing the United States Amateur, Devon BLING. Devon, we know you're disappointed, pal, but this is something to celebrate, an accomplishment worthy of note. And at the beginning of the week, when you registered, if I had told you that you were going to finish runner-up, that you were going to have an exemption in the United States Open here at Pebble Beach, a likely invite to the Masters, a 3-year exemption into the United States Amateur, and for this week in time, the second best amateur golfer on the planet, would you have signed up?
Definitely.
When I ran into you and your caddy / coach, Coach Larkin, between rounds, he said that you were a little bit nervous, and I was just curious, were you more nervous today than you were yesterday in the semifinals?
It was almost a different type of nerves. You know, today was, I was playing for that trophy, and I was sitting right there next to T-Bucks. Yesterday, I feel like I was more nervous yesterday, but today I think I started off a bit tentative, through the first 18. So really wasn't letting it flow. My ball wasn't going as far as it usually does, but that's just what happens. Nerves are a good thing.
I was going to ask, how much did those nerves affect your golf swing technically, and did that then affect you mentally out there?
Well, it definitely took a couple of yards off my ball. There was certain yardages where I thought, I could easily cover the front or get to the flag, and I was leaving it short. So mentally, it wasn't too bad. We could adjust, but it was definitely a little bit frustrating. But it was just from those nerves.
I saw you at lunch, sitting down, eating with your team. You were 4 down after 18. You were there with your family and your team. What advice did they give you for the second 18, or did they just simply tell you go out and have fun?
They just mostly just told me, just relax and play. You got nothing to lose here, and just battle against Viktor and do your best. I was pretty much to say just get loose and just play like you know how.
It's the biggest moment in your golfing career to this point, and sometimes we learn from those moments, and a little painful at times. What do you learn from today that you take forward to make you a better player?
Well, from today, actually this whole week, I made myself believe that I can compete with all the best amateurs in the world, and I am one of the best amateurs in the world. So going forward, it definitely gives me a lot of confidence.
Well, you didn't win this US Amateur Championship, but what you have done is you've won a whole legion of new fans. The way you've played, but more importantly, I'm sure Ned will agree with this, the way you've conducted yourself, you've certainly made everybody, especially your family, very proud.
Yeah, it's conducting myself in a good manner. That's always what I've focused on. It doesn't give off any bad impressions, and it helps the golf game. So
you've definitely got 2 new fans in us, I can tell you that.
Thank you.
Give you an opportunity to have a shout out to all your family and friends who are here, because they were loud, they were vocal, and they were certainly supportive, and it was intoxicating to be in that environment. So go ahead and have a message to them.
Oh, I mean, everybody is out here. People back at home watching in Ridgecrest. There's people in Canada and England, my family all the way there watching, and I just want to say, thank you. I felt the support, felt the love, and couldn't have done it without you guys.
And no matter what happens, you still have one of the coolest names in golf. Devon BLING, the runner-up in the 118th United States Amateur Championship.
Viktor, gratulele.
Omanere.
That was terrible. that was the exact response we thought we'd have. All right, well, Viktor HOVLAND, 118th U.S. Amateur Champion. It's got a pretty cool ring to it.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Have you seen any of the tweets or any of the social media feedback that's coming your way?
No, I haven't had time. No.
Well, Suzanne Pedersen congratulating you, and the great Jack Nicklaus as well, talking about winning an NCAA championship the same year as you win the United States Amateur. That's some heavy weight.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, just to see those people care what I've done is, yeah, it feels pretty cool.
Let's go back a week ago. Did you have any premonition, not just winning this championship, but the things that come with it? The 10-year exemption into the US Amateur Championship, should you remain an amateur, US Open next year, British Open next year, likely invitation to the Masters. Any premonition that this would happen?
Well, you always dream, and I knew that when I'm on my game, I can play really well and I can win. I never doubted that, but it's just I wasn't going into the week with a lot of confidence, and it's hard to win this tournament if you're not playing well. Yeah.
Sometimes as golfers, when you daydream, you get to a certain point. Did you ever daydream of this, having this in your hands at any point during the season?
Yeah. I mean, when I'm sitting on the bus on the way home in high school in Norway, when I went to school there, or when I'm driving to the course in Stillwater, I always thought, okay, that'd be pretty sweet to do one day. And, yeah, to do it right now, it's pretty cool.
What one word? Yeah, we hear the question, how are you feeling? But what one word would you use to describe the entire week?
Flawless.
All right, well, let's elaborate on flawless, because you broke some records this week. 104 holes you played in match play. That ties the lowest amount of holes played in a US Amateur Championship with Denny Lee back in 2008. It actually averages out to less than 15 holes per match. That's seriously impressive. Out of those 104 holes, you won 44 of those. You only trailed once, and that was for one hole in the match. That's incredible. That's incredible stuff.
I don't know. I play good.
You've talked about you've only won one event.
Yeah.
Coming in. All of a sudden, you're United States Amateur Champion. Earlier in the week, you referenced that your putter was the reason why you hadn't won more consistently. This week, you made everything you looked at. Did you find something in your putting? Did you change anything? What's the magic?
I'd say just spending more time on the greens and just getting used to the speed and getting used to the lines. On a lot of those holes out there, the greens are so severe and fast, you can't really put the pins in a lot of different locations. So the pins ended up being in a lot of the same spots as they were. And as more putts I got to see, I just saw the lines, and I'm a very streaky putter. And as soon as I just saw the putts fall in, it was, yeah.
By the bucketful they went in, you.
They certainly did. They have this year as well. This year's been pretty special. NCAA championship, part of the winning Oklahoma State team there. Now the US Amateur Champion, runner-up at the European Amateur Championship in the Netherlands, which you did back in 2016 in Estonia as well. How integral has your coach, Danny Lucas, down there in Florida been to that success?
Yeah, I've been with him for maybe close to 2 years now, and he knows a lot about the golf swing, and I'm a pretty technical guy. Although when I'm playing golf, I'm just thinking about, okay, here's where I want to go. But between tournaments and when I'm just practicing, I'm always working on my swing, and I've always seen a lot of guys that I look up to, even on just guys on the tour. They work really hard and they do seemingly everything by the book, but they get worse because they choose a bad swing coach, or they work on the wrong stuff. And he's really helped me to work on the right stuff, and that's paid off.
Whose swing do you love? Who do you idolize?
I mean, there's a bunch of them, but I'd say Tiger 2000 was, I mean, it's the best ever.
You clearly haven't watched Ewan's golf.
Watch it, and then you'll know what not to do.
Okay.
But we were remarking out there, you're actually in the golf swing, your transition from the top coming down, the way you shallow it out, that is seriously impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, the way you collect yourself and the body moves and the club gets into position. It is magic to watch. It is like a dance, some type of waltz, a Norwegian waltz, if there is one. Coach Bratton was on the bag for you this week. Just maybe open the window a little bit for us. Any times that you all disagreed, or maybe some funny moments?
Well, we disagreed. I just remember, just because it happened today, the first round on 13, I had probably 158 yards, and I was kind of in an upslope, and the wind was blowing into the wind off the left, and he thought it was a 9-iron, which I probably could have gotten it there, but with the slope being so steep, it would have shot straight up, and probably would have ended up short. So I just ended up hitting the soft 8. But that's because I just thought, okay, this is my feeling. But we were good about it. I have a lot of respect.
He wasn't muttering under his breath. Hey,
I don't want to get in his way.
I heard him say when you were down on the cliffs on 4, he threw you the club and said, "Good luck."
Yep.
This is Coach Bratton's second US Amateur win. He actually caddied for Peter Uline when he won in 2010 at Chambers Bay in the US Amateur Championship. What's next? You going back to school? What's on the calendar now?
Yes.
2 weeks.
School starts tomorrow.
Are you on the red eye tonight? You making class in the morning?
No, I leave tomorrow morning. So fortunately, I got to miss tomorrow. Really, really bummed out about that.
Yeah, well, you better make up for it.
Did you lean in and say, "Hey, Coach, do I still have to qualify for the team this year?"
Well, I'm not making the first tournament, so
didn't qualify.
No,
Sorry, you're out.
Let's go back to the 4th hole this morning. You mentioned Ned spoke about dancing. We were more worried about your safety than anything going down there. We were cringing looking at it. And I know in your press conference there you said you did have a good lie. But the first 3 holes had been, I don't want to use the word scrappy, but you could tell there were a few nerves between both of you. Do you think, not necessarily that shot or the birdie, but winning that hole from the precarious position that you were in, did that really settle the nerves?
To be honest, I wasn't that nervous going into the final. I had a good approach shot into 1, and I won the hole. And on number 2, I just, fair enough, I hit a really bad drive, hit a poor second shot as well, but I should have at least been able to give myself a putt for a par, and I just bladed the bunker shot. But yeah, I at least try to tell myself after the up and down on 4 that, okay, this is what's going to kickstart it. Let's go. Whether that happened or not, I mean, I did play good from there, but I at least mentally just try to convince me that, okay, this is what's going to get it started.
You talked about golf in Norway a little bit on the decline of late. Do you think this will help?
I don't know. Honestly, got no clue. But I hope so. And if I can be part of something that's going to help Norwegian golf, that's something that I'm almost even more proud of.
Well, this is Viktor. He is your Viktor, the 118th US Amateur Champion, and he has a very big future. Watch out for this guy.